And I think that it's no longer a joke. Who the deputy president, former deputy president is at the moment is no longer a joke. Most of you share TikTok posts of his messages and so forth. You are actually the ones who are encouraging a person who is unwell to continue saying more things that are going to hurt our country. Hakuna chief or assistant chief or a police officer atapatikana akiongea mambo against the government of the day. Hakuna. It is illegal, it's unconstitutional. Tukipata police officer anasema anatusi rais, anaimba slogans ya siasa, ati police officer bado anataka kuserve the government of the day and the country of the day, na anaongea huko ati ako na political right, anaita President Kasongo, ama anaimba vitu ya one term, that police officer or a public servant should be fired immediately. And I'm not saying because of this government, even the previous government and the government to come. Hii government ikiondoka na ingine ikuje, lazima kama wewe ulichoose to serve in public service, you must respect the government that will come. Utapika kura penye utapigia, na hakuna hata mtu atakuuliza, but you cannot participate in campaigns and you cannot participate in sloganeering. Yours is to understand government of the day, policy of the day, and implementation of that policy.
So guys, niko conference, so siwezi shout, but I have to address this. Kuna huyu youth wa Singisho, sijui kama mmeona hiyo video. Amechukua mic literally kuambia must go ataenda. Mbele ya must go. Yani mnaogopa nini jamii? Mnaogopa nini? And it's even funnier kwa sababu must go kwa hapo ana take notes. Like huyu jamaa anamwambia, if you don't listen to us, you will listen to the returning officer in 2027. The guys there taking notes. Good thing. One time. Na mtume prayer request ni waombe je mko na mashida mingi sana. Anyway.
It's only a coward that goes ahead to attack his very own enemy while the enemy is asleep. Men who live by their names, they will always announce a date, time, place that they will attack, and actually they will attack. All indications and also rumors has it that this current regime is planning to arrest Rigathi Gachagua the very day he will land in this country from the US. Because they feel like they are now walking naked. Gachagua has gone ahead to wash their royal linen in public, and that does not sit well with them. So everything is set, and even Kipchumba Murkomen, who is the CS of Interior, has actually confirmed that if he dares come in this country, his motherland, he has to answer questions and the reasons as to why he's doing whatever he's doing. With further ado, I want you to actually roll that tape.
He must record a statement to tell us exactly which meetings he's doing with terrorists. This country, you know, we have joked for far too long. Lakini, bahati mbaya. Na mtu kumbafu kama hiyo alifataje kukaa kiti kama hii jameni? You know? It is just unbelievable. And so we are saying that we must carry ourselves with the responsibility that deserves if you are holding a public office. Such a person, mtu anaongea namna hiyo atakuwa rais ya mji yote. Huyo mtu anaweza kuwa rais ya alishindwa kuwa deputy president akumaliza hata half term. Alafu anakuja kutuambia sijui what term. Yeye mwenyewe angemaliza half term. Kwa kitabu ya kisheria, kwa history ya Kenya, anakaa kama mtu hajawahi kuwa deputy president. Ilioshwa kabisa na ile impeachment ikapotea. Alafu anakuja kutupatia lecture hapa. Hapana. So we will be very firm.
Enyewe kumsaidia nyoka. Iko siku atakuja kukuuma kwa allegations ya kwamba you stepped on it. Kipchumba Murkomen, CS of Interior. No matter how long a man can urinate, his last drop will always end between his feet. Gachagua did not just stop there. He also decided to reply back. And he actually showed him that he's a man that has got testicles that are made of steel. He actually told them that I'll come at a certain date, or I will announce the very day I will come, a place, the flight number, and where I will land and at what time. And that is what I'm saying, men who live by their names. With further ado, I just want you to listen to Rigathi Gachagua while he was replying to them. Actually, you can roll that tape.
At the same time, say that the National Police Service is independent. When my day to go to Kenya is due, I'll announce the date,
Yes.
the hour, and the flight number.
Thank you very much.
So that whoever is interested, yeah, in arresting me can go ahead and do it. And let me tell you, I was arrested many times before the new administration. I never changed my stand. In fact, it hardened my resolve. All those things they are doing, they are just hardening the resolve of our supporters, you know? And I want to tell them, you cannot use criminal justice system to suppress freedom of speech and expression. It's a very outdated practice that was tried by Moi. It cannot work. I don't think by him threatening that he can arrest me can make me not express what I need to. So I'll continue with what I'm doing, and if they want to arrest me, I am a Kenyan, the courts are there.
Let me think, but let me tell you the truth. This current regime and dear Kenyans, Gachagua that left this country is not the same Gachagua that is going to come back in this country. He is going to come back very fresh, very organized, and he's going to have his very own informers and security. He'll be a very different man. And I don't see the difference of whatever he has been saying in the US than whatever he was saying here. This is the same thing, but you never took him so serious. Now you have seen that, oh, this thing is turning from bad to sour. That's when you want to attack him. He is actually doing the same thing he has been doing, the same interviews from one station to another, saying the same thing over and over again, and you never took him so serious. So prepare for it. And if you want to arrest him, do it. Let's see how things will unfold. But for those who can still follow me and actually agree whatever I say, you can still drop your comments in the comment section. But you can as well follow me on my YouTube account as King Obem Official, and also on Facebook page at King Obem for more information and for whatever that we're discussing here. With further ado, I can actually stop.
Murkomen said that the government will not take Gachagua's claims lightly.
If the former deputy president is not going to record a statement about what he said about Al-Shabaab and the country, then the right thing for him is we check him in a mental institution for mental assessment, because his level of contradictions can only be that he either is a pathological liar or is a mental case that needs treatment.
Labeling the allegations as hot air, Murkomen asserted that if Gachagua fails to present himself, the government will have no choice but to further investigate them.
If you have evidence that is related to safety and security of Kenyans, the right place to put it is to take it to the DCI and provide that information so that the people you're mentioning can be investigated and be arrested and be charged. But until you put that...
Honestly, hii mambo yote ya Gachagua was impeached. His impeachment was the most unfairest. I'm not pro Gachagua. I don't even care what he does. The only thing that I care about is the things that he says, and we can actually be able to see some of them being true. Like when he talked about Ruto engaging himself with RSF. And now he talks about Ruto meeting the Al-Shabaab leaders. And you remember Ruto himself saying that. You remember Duale saying that. You remember Murkomen saying that they negotiated with these people. How did they negotiate? It must have been a meeting, right? So, most of the things that Gachagua has been talking about, we can actually be able to see them. Some of them could be a little bit exaggerated, but the fact is that Gachagua vitu anasema, most of them, we can be able to see them. Unless we are ignorant and we want to play dumb and we want to play like atujui, or we don't see what is happening. But if you can be honest enough, we know that most of the things that he talks about, they are actually true. So now, Murkomen comes and tells us that if Gachagua doesn't write a statement, he's going to be arrested and be taken to a mental hospital. So someone comes and makes some really serious allegations about the president, and you're telling him to come and write a statement so that if the statement is right, the person can be grilled and be jailed or taken to court. That is the president we are talking about. Like, it can actually happen. Murkomen wacha kutupima ghost. Another thing, if the things Gachagua is talking about, they are not true, I think you guys could have been going helter-skelter right now, trying to call the government of the US to arrest Gachagua, because those are very serious allegations. Unless you know or you have an idea that whatever Gachagua is talking about, there's some truth in it. And now you know that he might unleash whatever the evidence that he has. And that's why you don't want to act, because you could have acted. Instead, the best thing you can do is not minding your own business, not being there working for Kenyans, but to wait for everything Gachagua is doing so that you can come and call a press conference and counterattack him and tell us things like that. Tell us not to share his videos on TikTok because we are making him more famous. So you guys, you've made the government ikuwe government ya patapotea, very petty. Sasa kazi yetu ni kudiscuss petty issues. Mambo ya Gachagua, if it's not true, why are you concerned? You should be working. Let him talk. Let him give the Kenyans the chai and all that. You work, you have a very sensitive docket here, yeah, security. That's what you're supposed to be concentrating with. But you're not doing that. Gachagua anakubadha kwa nini? Why are you bothered by Gachagua if whatever he's saying is not true and doesn't make sense? I mean, can't you leave that for the wananchi to decide whether Gachagua anasema ukweli ama uongo? But you guys are scared because you know it's true. That's why.